Welcome to another Deep Dive, everyone. Today we're looking at 12 psychological laws
Yeah.
that can potentially improve your life. Now, we're not just going to
Right.
scratch the surface here. We're going deep. Extracting those actionable insights
For sure.
and hopefully uncovering some of those aha moments,
Yeah.
that make a real difference in how you approach pretty much everything.
I think these laws are almost like a toolbox for your own self-discovery.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, give you different lenses
Okay.
to kind of view your choices, your reactions, and even how you relate to the world around you.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to say up front that some of these laws might sound
Yeah.
kind of counterintuitive
Yeah, definitely.
at first glance.
For sure.
So that's where you come in. I'm excited to hear you kind of unpack some of these
Yeah,
concepts
Yeah.
and help us figure out how we can integrate them into our own lives. So, ready to get started?
Absolutely. Let's dive in.
Okay, awesome. So this first set of laws is all about creating a foundation of inner peace
Yeah.
and independence,
Yeah.
which might sound a bit lofty,
Yep.
but trust me, it's really where the magic happens. So the first law is the law of mental peace, which states, withdrawing from chaos is priceless. I mean, that imagery just really speaks to me. It's like stepping away
Right.
from a noisy crowd
Yeah.
so you can finally hear your own thoughts.
Yeah, it's all about
Yeah.
making space. That mental space, right? When we're constantly bombarded with chaos, whether it's external noise or our own internal worries,
Yeah.
it's nearly impossible to make those clear decisions.
Okay.
Or even to just figure out what we truly want. So prioritizing peace allows us to focus on what truly matters.
So just to be clear, we're not
Yeah.
saying we have to become hermits.
Not at all, no.
Okay.
No, I mean, think of it as like a chaos detox. You can schedule 30 minutes every day,
Right.
disconnect from all technology, put away your to-do list, and just be present.
Oh, I love that.
Maybe take a walk in nature or meditate, or even just do something you enjoy
Right.
that brings you joy and clears your head.
Yes, I love that. The chaos detox.
Chaos detox.
Okay, so the next law is the law of mental intelligence, which states ignoring others brings everyone back to their true size, no matter who they are.
Okay.
That's an interesting one. So this one feels a little tricky to me
Sure.
because the idea of ignoring others sounds kind of rude, right?
I mean, it's not about being dismissive or uncaring.
Right.
It's about being selective
Okay.
about where you direct that mental energy.
Okay, so you're saying
Yeah,
it's more about choosing where your focus goes,
exactly.
not necessarily shutting people out completely.
Right. Have you ever noticed, when you focus on negative things like gossip or criticism,
Yeah.
it kind of amplifies it?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it makes it seem bigger.
Right. And this law is about remembering that you have the power to choose what to give your attention to.
So it's about being selective with your attention.
Yeah, and that's where emotional intelligence comes in.
Yep.
Being able to recognize what truly deserves our attention
Okay.
and what we can let go of.
Yeah.
That's a key skill for navigating life with more peace and purpose. It's our brains are wired to kind of focus on those negative things, right, as
Yes.
a survival mechanism.
Sure.
But it can kind of backfire
Right.
in today's world.
Yeah.
So by consciously choosing what
Right.
you focus on,
Hmm.
you're essentially rewiring your brain for greater peace and clarity.
That's a good point. And the last one in this first set is the law of letting go,
Okay.
which states, not everything you let go of is a loss. Some things are better left behind, which really resonates with me because I remember holding on to this job I had that was just making me miserable,
Oh, wow.
just because I was afraid of what other people would think.
Yeah.
But letting go was, it was scary at first, but it ultimately opened up so many new opportunities.
I think it's amazing how often, what we perceive as the loss turns out to be a gain in disguise.
Yeah.
So this law challenges us to really look at what we might be clinging to, whether it's grudges or limiting beliefs, even material possessions that are actually draining us and holding us back.
Yeah, totally.
So I want to ask you, think about a time
Okay.
when you finally let go of something that was no longer serving you. What happened? Did any unexpected doors open?
Ooh. That's a good one. I have to think think about that one.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I feel like I have a few things
Right.
to add to my letting go list. Now maybe we can share some tips for that later on.
Definitely.
But I think now that we've kind of laid this foundation of inner peace,
Yeah.
it's time to explore how the next set of laws
Okay.
can help us channel that energy into personal growth and excellence.
Oh, this is where it gets exciting.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So this law, the law of self-improvement states, find your place at the top. The bottom is too crowded.
Okay.
Which I love the motivational aspect of this. You know, it's like a call to action to reach your full potential.
Yeah, but it's not about,
Yeah.
being better than everyone else. It's about embracing that growth mindset and constantly looking for ways to learn, expand those skills, and really push yourself beyond your comfort zone.
So it's about becoming the best version of yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Not comparing yourself to others.
Exactly. It's about recognizing your unique potential
Okay.
and then relentlessly going after it. And when you're genuinely committed to your own growth, you'll naturally kind of rise above those limitations.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, so now we have the law of self-assertion, which states, update your approach from time to time so you become clear and unique to everyone.
Okay.
Now, this one sounds a little cryptic to me. Yeah. So what does it actually mean to update your approach?
It's about refining how we present ourselves to the world and how we communicate our authentic selves, So maybe it's about honing your communication skills, finding ways to express your creativity more freely, or even just becoming more aware of how you come across to others.
So it's about being more intentional with how you express yourself.
Yeah, think of it as polishing the genuine article, not putting on some kind of fake persona.
Right. And then the final law in this set is the law of distinction,
Okay.
which states to be creative effortlessly while others imitate you.
Right?
And this sounds like it's just for
Right.
artists and innovators. Does this mean we should all strive to be trendsetters?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
It's about developing a high level of mastery in whatever field you're in, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
So that your work just becomes inherently unique.
So you're saying it's not about forcing creativity
No.
or trying to stand out for the sake of standing out.
Right.
It's more about really honing your craft
Exactly.
so that your work becomes a natural expression of your own perspective.
And that takes time,
Huh.
dedication,
Yeah.
a deep love for what you do.
This reminds me of, the concept of flow state.
Yeah.
Remember when we did that deep dive on creativity
Yes.
a while back?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like when you're in that flow state,
Totally.
you're completely absorbed in
Yeah.
what you're doing. And your unique abilities, they just flow effortlessly.
Yeah. That's where true distinction emerges.
I like that. So it seems like these first 6 laws, they're kind of all interconnected, creating this foundation of inner peace and self-expression, which allows you to, kind of step into your full potential.
It's a beautiful progression.
Yeah.
So now let's explore the next set of laws
Okay.
that delve into those practicalities of facing challenges
Yeah.
and navigating life with grace and resilience.
All right, I'm ready for it.
Let's go.
Okay. So, are you ready to tackle some of the challenges that life throws our way?
Let's dare it.
Because this next set of laws is all about giving us the tools
Yeah.
to navigate those choppy waters with,
Yeah, right.
resilience and maybe even a little grace.
A little bit of a grace. Yeah.
So first up, we have the law of challenge,
Okay.
which states, find a place among the greats and gain recognition. Now, I know some people might hear that and think,
Yeah.
isn't that just seeking validation from others?
Right.
But I think there's a deeper layer here.
Yeah, you're right. It's not about chasing fame or
Sure.
needing approval from everyone. It's about setting ambitious goals that push you beyond your comfort zone.
Okay.
Goals that are aligned with your values and inspire you
Right.
to reach your full potential.
So it's more about setting that bar high for yourself.
Yeah,
Not to impress others, but to actually fulfill your own potential.
exactly. And often that recognition,
Yeah.
it just comes naturally as a byproduct of that commitment to excellence.
Yeah, totally.
Think about the people you admire,
Okay.
the ones who've made a real impact in their fields.
Uh-huh.
They didn't achieve greatness by playing it safe or,
Right.
seeking everyone's approval.
Yeah.
They challenged themselves. They took risks.
Yeah.
They persevered through setbacks.
So, it's about pushing your own boundaries,
Yeah,
striving for excellence in whatever you're passionate about.
exactly.
All right, next we have a law that I think we could all use a little help with,
Yeah.
which is the law of time management.
Okay.
which states, be like a ship, navigating waves with knowledge and wisdom. Right. I mean, what a great visual.
Yeah.
It really captures that feeling of trying to, like, stay on course amidst all of the chaos.
Right. Time management is really about
Yeah.
skillful navigation. It's not about rigidly controlling every minute
Right.
or cramming as much as you can into a day.
Right. Because that never works.
Yeah, it's about understanding what your priorities are, recognizing your own energy levels,
Yeah.
and making those conscious choices about how you invest your most precious resource.
Time, exactly.
So how do we actually navigate
Right.
those waves a little bit more smoothly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one really effective strategy
Yeah.
is to break your day down
Okay.
into dedicated blocks for specific tasks.
So, like, give me an example.
Yeah, so for example, you could designate your mornings for like focused work.
Okay.
When your energy's at its highest,
Right.
then your afternoons
Yeah.
could be for meetings or collaborations.
And then your evenings for personal time, relaxation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Having those clear boundaries
Yeah.
can really help to prevent tasks from bleeding into each other
Yeah.
and creating that feeling of overwhelm.
Right.
And then another great tool is the to-do list.
Oh yeah, the classic to-do
Look,
list.
so simple,
Yeah.
but it can be so powerful.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of
Yeah.
to-do lists. Although I have to admit, sometimes they can end up
Yeah.
making me feel more overwhelmed than helpful.
I hear that.
Yeah.
So the key is to keep them manageable.
Okay.
Instead of listing every single thing you need to do,
Mm-hmm.
just focus on, like,
Yeah.
your top 3 to 5 priorities.
Okay. Keep it short.
Yeah, short and sweet.
Okay, got it.
And be realistic about what you can actually accomplish in a day.
All right, next is the law of goals,
Okay.
which states, a life without goals is like a body without a soul. I mean, I love that
It's powerful.
because it really emphasizes the importance of having direction.
Yeah.
Goals provide that spark, that
Right.
driving force that propels you forward.
Otherwise, you're just,
Right. Like a ship adrift.
kind of floating around aimlessly.
Exactly.
And I feel like this law really ties in nicely
Yeah.
with the last one about time management.
Right.
Because it's hard to manage your time if you don't know
Yeah.
what you're actually working towards.
You need that context.
Yeah.
So goals provide that context.
Mhm.
They help us determine which tasks are important
Right.
and worthy of our time and energy.
So for our listeners who are maybe
Right.
feeling a little lost or directionless, where do they even begin?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
So a good place to start is to think about what truly excites you,
Okay.
what aligns with your values, right?
Uh-huh.
So choose like one major goal for the year,
Oh.
something that's challenging,
Yeah.
but also inspiring,
Okay.
and then break it down
Break it down.
into smaller, more manageable steps. Make it bite-sized.
Yeah. Ask yourself, like, what monthly milestones do I need to hit?
Okay.
What can I do each week to keep moving towards that goal?
I love that. That makes it feel a lot less daunting.
Right.
Feels more like an exciting adventure.
It's a journey.
Right. Okay, so we've tackled the challenges.
Yeah.
We've set some ambitious goals.
We're doing good.
Now it's time to shift our focus inward
Okay.
and explore these next laws
Right.
that are all about awareness,
Mm-hmm.
learning,
Yes.
and change.
Ooh, this is all about embracing the journey
Yes.
of growth
I love it.
and evolution.
I'm here for it.
Personal development is a lifelong process. And change is not only inevitable,
Right.
but it's a powerful catalyst for transformation.
All right, let's dive in.
Okay, the first one is...
So the first one is the law of awareness, which states, if you don't recognize your mistakes, you'll never learn what's right.
Right.
Seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, how can we cultivate that self-awareness
Yeah.
without being overly self-critical?
That's such a good point because
it's easy to
yeah,
beat ourselves up
Right.
over our mistakes.
it's not about dwelling on those mistakes.
Okay.
Or letting them define you. Self-awareness is about honest reflection,
Okay.
not harsh judgment. It's about being able to step back,
Yeah.
objectively assess your actions and their consequences, both positive and negative.
So it's about learning from your mistakes
Yeah,
without getting paralyzed by shame or guilt.
exactly. It's about taking ownership of your actions,
Okay.
understanding their impact, and then using that knowledge to make better choices.
And a good way to practice that is to regularly take some time to analyze
Right.
both your successes and failures. Ask yourself, what went well? What could I have done differently?
Yeah.
What did I learn?
Yeah. It takes the pressure off being right.
Right.
And it shifts the focus to learning.
Okay, and then we have the law of learning, which states, if you don't feel pain, you won't learn. Now, this one might sound kind of intense.
It sounds harsh.
Right. But I have a feeling you're going to help us reframe this.
Yeah, so the pain here isn't like physical pain or emotional suffering. It's more about like the discomfort that comes with, stepping outside your comfort zone, facing those challenges head on, and pushing yourself to grow.
So embracing that discomfort as an opportunity for growth.
Exactly.
Because those moments might not always feel pleasant.
Right, in the moment.
But they're the catalyst for our greatest growth.
Right.
If everything always comes easily,
we're
probably not challenging ourselves.
Right.
And without challenge, there is no growth.
There's no growth.
And I think it's also important to remember that setbacks and failures are an inevitable part of that journey.
Of course.
They're not something to fear or avoid, but actually opportunities to learn, adapt, become more resilient.
The most successful people in the world, the ones who've truly mastered their crafts, are often the ones who've experienced the most setbacks.
Yeah, because they've learned from it.
They've extracted the lessons.
Right.
And used those to fuel their growth.
And the final law in this set is the law of change.
Okay.
Which states, if you don't change, you're losing your life. And this one might hit a nerve for those listeners who are resistant to change or afraid of the unknown.
Yeah, I think it's important to remember that change is just an inevitable part of life.
It is.
We can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. So this law isn't about constant upheaval or drastic shifts. It's more about, embracing the natural flow of life and recognizing that change is a constant.
So it's less about forcing change and more about cultivating adaptability and that growth mindset.
Exactly.
Being open to new experiences, new perspectives, new ways of being.
Right, because clinging to the familiar, even when it's no longer serving you, it can lead to stagnation.
Right.
But embracing change, that opens up possibilities.
That does.
Through growth and evolution.
Reminds me of that quote by Heraclitus.
Sure.
The only constant is change.
So true.
Which is, everything is in a state of flux.
Yeah.
And if you resist it, you're just creating suffering for yourself.
Beautifully said.
So we've covered a lot
in
this section, from facing challenges to embracing change.
Yeah, and remember, these laws aren't meant to be mastered overnight.
Okay.
Just choose one or two that resonate with you and start incorporating them into your daily life.
Take little steps.
Little steps.
Even small changes can have a big impact.
Absolutely.
Okay, deep divers. Get ready for the final leg of our journey.
Okay, let's go.
As we explore the last set of laws, which are all about connecting with others and making a positive impact on the world.
Okay, I'm ready for that.
All right, so we've talked about cultivating inner peace and expressing your authentic self and navigating life's challenges. But now, for this final part of our deep dive, we're going to focus on connection.
Ooh, I like that.
How we relate to others and the world around us.
I think these final laws are really about, those insights into building those meaningful relationships, fostering empathy, and making a positive impact that goes beyond your own life.
This feels like a good culmination of everything we've talked about so far.
Right, because what's the point of all this personal growth if we can't share it and connect with others in meaningful ways?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's dive in. The law of relationships states, those who uplift you are the ones worth keeping close. Which seems pretty intuitive.
Sure.
But I'm curious.
Yeah.
How do we really know? How do we identify those relationships?
It's all about tuning into how you feel when you're around certain people.
Okay.
Do they inspire you? Do they make you feel seen and heard?
Okay.
Do they encourage you? Celebrate your successes?
Yeah.
Or do they, drain your energy, bring you down,
make
you question your worth?
So it's not just about who makes you feel good in the moment, but who's actually contributing to your long-term growth.
Exactly,
and well-being.
Yeah, the people we surround ourselves with have such a profound impact on our lives,
Right.
It's so important to choose relationships that nourish our souls, challenge us to grow, and make us feel loved and supported.
this makes me think about like those energy vampires
Oh, yeah.
we hear about, you know, the people who just
Yeah.
kind of suck the joy out of everything.
It can be hard to distance yourself from those
And
relationships,
especially if they're family.
especially with family or close friends.
Yeah.
But it's so important to set those boundaries.
Okay.
You have a responsibility to protect your own energy and well-being.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Next, we have the law of perspective,
Okay.
which states everyone has their own truth. Understand their perspective before judging their actions.
That's a big one.
Right. And it feels more relevant than ever
Mhm.
because it's so easy to get caught in our own bubbles
Right. And just judge others.
and judge others without
Yeah.
having all the information.
This law reminds us that we all see the world
Yeah.
through these different lenses,
Right.
shaped by our experiences, our beliefs, our values.
Okay.
So before you jump to conclusions,
Right.
it's crucial to step back and try to understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, put yourself in their shoes a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
So cultivating empathy, curiosity,
Yeah.
rather than just making snap judgments.
When you make that effort to understand,
Right.
even if you don't agree,
Yeah.
it opens up the possibility for dialogue,
Uh-huh.
for connection, for learning.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And the next law kind of builds on that idea
Okay.
of understanding different perspectives. And that's the law of acceptance,
Okay.
which states acceptance is not agreement, it's acknowledging reality as it is without resistance.
Yeah. I think this can be one of the toughest ones
Oh, absolutely.
because we're faced with situations,
Right,
people that we don't like.
Right, we don't agree with.
It's important to remember that acceptance doesn't mean that you condone
Right.
or approve of something,
Okay.
but it's about recognizing that we can't control everything and everyone around us.
It would be nice, though.
It would be nice.
Right.
But acceptance is about
Yeah.
acknowledging what is,
Okay.
even if you don't like it. Right.
And choosing how you respond from a place of peace.
So it's not about passively resigning yourself,
Right.
but choosing to engage
Choosing-
from a place of empowerment.
Exactly. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up.
Okay.
It's about acknowledging reality so you can move forward with clarity
Okay.
and purpose.
And then we have the law of kindness,
Right.
which states a single act of kindness can change someone's day, perhaps even their life.
It's so simple,
Right.
but so profound.
It's so true.
Kindness is like a ripple effect.
Yeah.
A small act of generosity, of compassion, empathy.
Yeah.
It can have such an impact on those around us
Right.
in ways we may never fully understand.
And it doesn't have to be this big grand gesture.
No, not at all.
You know?
It can just be those everyday moments of connection.
Right.
You know, a smile, a listening ear, a helping hand.
And those little things, it can really
Yeah.
brighten someone's day.
Yeah. Restore their faith in humanity.
Exactly.
Even inspire them to pay it forward.
And it's not just about how we treat others,
Right.
it's how we treat ourselves, too.
Yeah, that self-compassion piece.
Yeah, we need to treat ourselves with that same care and understanding.
And then finally, we have the law of contribution,
Okay.
which states, leave the world a better place than you found it. Make a difference that extends beyond your own life. It's a call to action.
It is. We're all part of something larger than ourselves,
Uh-huh.
and our actions have a ripple effect. We
Wait.
each have these unique gifts and talents that we can share
Yeah.
to make a positive impact.
So finding ways to contribute to
Yeah.
something bigger than yourself.
Whether it's through your work, your relationships, your community involvement,
Yeah.
it's about leaving that legacy of love, kindness,
Yeah.
positive change.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
What a journey this has been.
It has.
You know, we explored these 12 laws that really covers so much, from inner peace to mastering our minds,
Right.
navigating challenges and relationships,
Yeah.
and making a positive impact on the world.
And remember, these laws,
Yeah.
they're not meant to be rigid rules.
Right, they're guidelines
Yeah, guiding principles.
to inspire us,
Yeah.
challenge us,
Right.
support us
Support us on that journey.
on our journey.
Yeah.
So we encourage you to reflect on these laws.
Yeah.
Choose the ones that resonate with you
Yeah.
and start incorporating them into your daily life.
Remember, personal growth is a process.
Yes, it is.
Embrace those challenges. Celebrate those victories.
Yeah.
And never stop learning.
And evolving.
and evolving.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into 12 laws for a better life.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Hopefully you've gained some valuable insights and inspiration to create a more fulfilling life.
Absolutely.
So until next time, keep diving deep.